What if the most important thing psychosis changes isn't just how a person thinks, but how their body has been coping with stress for years? I'm a psychiatrist, and in this video, I will talk about findings from a recent scientific study that looked at psychosis through a very different lens. Instead of focusing on symptoms like hallucinations or unusual beliefs or thinking patterns, the researchers are something quieter and more biological. What happens to the body stress systems over time when an individual suffers with psychosis? To explore this, they examined something called allostatic load. It's a scientific term, but the idea is simple. Allostatic load is the strain the body builds up after being under stress for a long time. When the body faces threat, it activates survival systems. Stress hormones rise, heart rate increases, immune responses shift, and metabolism changes. That response is helpful in short bursts, but when it stays switched on for long periods, it can start to strain the body. Scientists looked across many studies to ask a simple question. How does long term stress show up in the body more in people with psychosis? On average, the answer was yes. At different stages of psychosis, both early on and later, people showed signs that their bodies were under more long term stress. These changes weren't just in the brain, they showed up in things like heart health, energy use, and inflammation across the body. Allostatic load isn't about one abnormal test result. It's calculated by combining several biological measures, and these are things like blood pressure, waist circumference, cholesterol, glucose, and stress related biomarkers. All these are combined into a single index. A higher score suggests the body has been under sustained physiological stress. So, what might drive these changes? Psychosis often develops in the context of long term stress exposure. Many people with psychosis have experienced social adversity or trauma, and these experiences can recalibrate the body's stress response systems early in life. Long term stress changes how the body's stress system, immune system, and energy systems work. Over time, this can lead to more inflammation, changes in how the body uses energy, and strain on the heart. The brain and body aren't separate, they constantly affect each other. What research highlights is that these stress related biological differences are detectable across the psychosis spectrum, not just after years of illness. That makes early treatment especially important. You have to remember that all research has limitations and our understanding changes with time as we have new evidence. That's how science advances by identifying patterns, refining them over time, and understanding it better. Taken together, though, the findings support a broader shift in how psychosis is understood now. Not as a condition isolated to the mind, but as one that interacts deeply with the body's stress systems. And that shift matters because stress biology is not destiny. The systems measured in allostatic load are responsive to care. Physical health monitoring, trauma informed support, stable housing, sleep hygiene, and integrated mental and physical health care all make a difference. This information does not redefine psychosis, but it deepens the story. It reminds us that treating mental health without addressing physical health and long term stress is incomplete care, and that understanding the whole body is key to better outcomes. So, you might think, what can someone actually do with this information? Well, the goal isn't to eliminate stress completely, that's unrealistic. But the idea is to reduce the load on the body over time. Small, steady changes matter, protecting regular sleep, gentle physical activity, eating in a way that supports stable energy, reducing smoking or substance use, and getting routine health checks. They all count. Just as importantly, addressing trauma, improving social support, having stable housing, and consistent care all help the body move out of long term stress mode. None of these are quick fixes on their own, but together they can meaningfully reduce strain on the body and support recovery. Please subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed today's video. The more subscribers I have, the more YouTube gives me the ability to make more creative videos. Like it, share it, tell it. Tell it to all the people you know. And thank you for watching.